Hello everyone, very good morning and welcome back once again to your favorite channel, that is StudyIQ Ice English. My name is Praveen Mishra and we are going to start today's The Hindu analysis, that is date being 17th of April 2025. Right, so here we go with the first news. The first headline for us, that is India and China, that is right now with one of the enemies. We are going to have a proper talks for a particular place that is having utmost amount of religious importance, not with just one, but three of them. That is Hinduism, Buddhism, and Jainism. That is, yes, the name here, Kailash Mansarovar Parvat, right? So India and China, they have speeded up their efforts to start, or basically to restart, the Kailash Mansarovar Yatra that has been suspended since the year 2020. Initially, the reason was the rise of the COVID-19 virus, but later on, it didn't started because of the clashes that has happened between the troops of the two countries, specifically talking about the Galwan Valley clash, right? So since last 5 years, people from three different religions, Hinduism, Buddhism, and Jainism, they have been not permitted to go ahead with the yatra of the Kailash Parvat. So a Parvat, a mountain, though smaller in height with Mount Everest. Mount Everest, that is something 8,800 something meters. Kailash Mansarovar, it is something 6,600 meters. But still, it is not yet climbed, as with regard to the harsh climatic conditions, and apart from that, also with regard to some religious beliefs that it shouldn't be climbed. Right, so it remains one of those particular mountains that are yet unexplored or unclimbed by the humans. Right, no such scientific expeditions they have been also carried on here. As why, the reason is quite clear. That is, no human has ever climbed the Kailash Mansarovar Parvat. Right, so here, what is the point? Since last 5 years, we do not had any such type of Kailash Mansarovar, but yes. Kailash Mansarovar Yatra, that is, but yes, now the speeding of the efforts are taking place, okay, between whom? India and China. And they have created a particular group, a particular committee, as you can see, the name here that we need to mark, okay, that is WMCC. What is WMCC basically? So it is the working mechanism for coordination and consultation. What is the name? WMCC. Working mechanism for coordination and consultation. Okay, between whom? Between India and China. Related to what? Related to multiple chapters of the issues, and one such chapter will be the Kailash Mansarovar Parvat. Okay, that is based where? That is based or situated in the Tibet region that has been occupied by China. Okay, so talking about the features of the Kailash Mansarovar, so here we go. So it is a diamond-shaped peak made of black rock located in Tibet. So guys, remember what is the rock? That is black rock. Okay, now India organizes the Kailash Mansarovar Yatra annually between June and September. Okay, so in next 2 months, the Kailash Mansarovar Yatra should start, and we have got two distinct locations from where we go ahead with the Yatra. Okay, so one is starting with the Lipu Lake, that is in our state of Uttarakhand since 1981. And another one is from another wonderful state, that is Sikkim, with regard to the name Nathula Pass since 2015. So guys, please remember, two distinct locations we have got in India with ourselves from where we do start the Kailash Mansarovar Yatra. So these are the two places. The first one will be inside Uttarakhand, okay, since 1981. What is the name of the pass? The name of the pass will be the Lipu Lake Pass. Okay, the second one, it will be the Nathula Pass in 2015. It is started, okay, where it is situated into another fantastic location. What we have got, that is Sikkim, right? So Sikkim 2015, and Uttarakhand since 1981. What is the name of the yatra? Kailash Mansarovar Yatra. Since when we are going ahead? Okay, what is the time period actually? So between June to September. Okay, see the next thing here. Mount Kailash stands exactly at 6,638 meters and is considered a sacred peak by three distinct, actually four religions basically. Okay, what are they? So yes, from India, it is Hindus, okay, Buddhists and Jains. And from Tibet, we have got a different location, a different religion known as Bones. Okay, so Bones, they are the indigenous religion of the Tibet region. Okay, so guys, let's correct it. Not three, four different religions. Okay, four different religions. They are having Kailash Mansarovar as one of the pious places in their religion. So what are these four religions? Three from India, one from Tibet, that is Hinduism, Buddhism, Jainism from India, and one from Tibet, that is Bones. Okay, so some other features that we need to discuss. Okay, what is the prior importance of Kailash Mansarovar in each and every religion, specifically from India's context? So here we go. For Tibetans, Buddhists, Kailash is the cosmic axis of Mount Meru, okay, connecting heaven and earth. So for Buddhists, Kailash Mansarovar is Mount Meru. Okay, Mount Meru as in the point, the access point that is connecting bridge between the earth and the heaven, according to the Buddhist beliefs. Right? So what is Kailash Mansarovar for Buddhist? It is Mount Meru. What it is? Access point. Okay, basically the connecting bridge between the heaven and the earth. Okay. Next, for Hindu, okay, it is the abode of Lord Shiva and Goddess Parvati. According to the Hindu beliefs, okay, the God Shiva and wife Lord Goddess Parvati, they do reside where? At the Kailash Mansarovar Parvat. Okay. Next, for Jain, okay, Kailash is termed as Ashtapada. Okay, and it is where Rishabhnath, okay, Tirthankar Rishabhnath attained the enlightenment. Okay, so for Jainism, okay, for the religion, for another fantastic religion, what we have, Jainism, okay, it is what? It is the place of enlightenment. Place of enlightenment for whom? For one of the very famous, okay, or maybe we can consider as, okay, the fantastic personality here. What is the name? Rishabhnath, who started the Tirthankar tradition, who started basically the religion of Jainism, right? Okay, so Rishabhnath, he attained what? Enlightenment. Where? At the Kailash Parvat, which is in Jainism termed as what? Ashtapada. Okay, so in Hinduism, it is Kailash Mansarovar. In Buddhism, it is termed as the Mount Meru. Okay, and in Hinduism, in Jainism, it is Ashtapada. Okay, so as you can understand, what is the importance of the particular location, that is Kailash Mansarovar. Okay, so call it Mount Meru, call it Kailash Mansarovar, call it Ashtapada. They all remains the same. Meru for Buddhists, Ashtapada for Jain, and Mansarovar, Kailash Mansarovar for Hindus. Okay. So here we have got the two distinct locations. Okay, so if I start from Sikkim, so here I have got the pass that is known as Nathula Pass. Okay, so from Sikkim, I have got the route, okay, that is making me reach the Mansarovar Yatra, okay, Mansarovar Parvat. Okay, and if I start from Uttarakhand, so I'll start from this particular location, that is Lipu Lake. Okay, so from Lipu Lake also I can reach where? Mount Kailash. Okay, so from any particular location I can start. I can start from Nathula, I can start from Lipu Lake. Okay, so from Lipu Lake also I shall reach, and from Nathula also I shall reach. Okay, and some wonderful locations that are also present near the Mount Kailash. Okay, what are they? Like for example, the Dolma Pass, the Parkha Plains, the Rakshastal, as well as Lake Mansarovar. Okay, so guys, the facts that we need to remember. The importance of Kailash Mansarovar. Okay, it's with regard to the religion. But geographically, we have got some other features as well. And what are they? So firstly, we have got the Lake Mansarovar, one of the freshwater lake, what we have here. Apart from that, we have got the Rakshastal, which is, a type of a lake, which is still yet to be defined by the scientific beliefs. Okay, that what is the feature of the lake. Okay, and apart from that, yes, we have got the Parkha Plains, and yes, the Dolma Pass as well. Where are all of these locations? These are all present where? Into the Kailash Mansarovar region, right? Okay. So moving to the next one. Protect Kancha Gachibowli Forest, Supreme Court tells Telangana. One thing before starting this topic, I would just like to add here, that is the name, Justice Gawai. Okay. He is about to become India's next Chief Justice of India. Okay, India's next Chief Justice. So basically, the present incumbent Chief Justice is retiring on 4th of May. And for his successor, he has named whom Justice Gavai as the next Chief Justice of India. Okay, so remember, guys, you could be watching this name, okay, for the next 1 year more, okay, continuously in newspapers, as with regard to he might be, okay, he's going to, as the present trends that is telling us, okay, that he will be the next Chief Justice of India. As with regard to the second judge's case of 1993. Okay, the second judge's case, 1993, what it has told us, that only the senior most judge of the Supreme Court shall be the next Chief Justice of India. Okay, and seniority, it is with regard to the work and experience and not the age here. Okay, so the factors, now coming to the point. Protect the Kancha Gachibowli forest, Supreme Court tells Telangana. So what is the issue? We know it very well. It's not a new topic for us. Okay, it is going on since past almost, we can say, 2 weeks. Okay, where Telangana government has started deforestation activity into the Kancha Gachibowli forest, against which a number of students, environmental activists, as well as other organizations, they have protested and demanded Telangana government not to proceed ahead with any such type of activity. But the fact is, already Telangana government has initiated the deforestation activity for the sake of a road construction and so on. But it is troubling, as the feature for the Kancha Gachibowli is that it is the last standing, yes, mark the words, it is the last standing urban forest in the Telangana region. If this is also destroyed, that means the people living in Telangana or the vicinity as well will be facing acute shortage of oxygen supply. And apart from that, forget about people, they are the secondary here. Primary is hundreds and hundreds of animals, that is the wildlife species, that is from flora to fauna actually. They will lose their habitat, ultimately losing their life. Okay, so it's time for our legislators as well as the government machinery to understand that the development should never be coming at the cost of greenery, at the cost of the wildlife, right? This is where we have also committed into all the international forums when it comes to India's stand, right? Talking about Kyoto Protocol, or the another one, that is the Ramsar Convention, or the Copenhagen one, or the Conference of Parties, wherever. We have always committed, okay, as what? To go ahead with the sustainable development goals. And what is the actual meaning of sustainable development? Development that is coming without any sort of compromise with the nature and other elements as well, right? So this is where right now Kancha Gachibowli is into the strife, okay, into the strife basically. Why it is there? It is because the last standing urban forest of Telangana, and if this also goes, obviously, acute shortage of oxygen as well as destruction of hundreds and hundreds of species that is inside the wildlife. Okay, so this is what this is happening. Okay, and this is the statement which has come from Justice Gavai to be the next, okay, probably to be the next Chief Justice of India. Okay, so next one. Facing threat from querying activity, Telangana's tallest Jan idol lies neglected. Well, negligence at its best. It's not just about the state of Telangana. Well, I must, quote it here, that it's not just about Telangana. We are watching back-to-back news from Telangana, that's it today. But it's not only Telangana. It's from, Assam to Nagaland, from Gujarat to Rajasthan, from Andhra, Telangana to Karnataka, Kerala, Tamil Nadu, from UP to Bihar to Jharkhand to Kashmir, including Uttarakhand and Himachal, every particular location. All of these things, they are not new to us. These are the news which are not new to us. Sometimes for the sake of construction or anything like that, sometimes we either neglect the planet's greenery, that is basically the flora and fauna, the wildlife, as what we have seen into the Kancha Gachibowli incidents. And now this time, we are neglecting what? we are even simply directly neglecting the heritage that belongs to one of the most purest religions of this world, that is Jainism, right? And what is this time? Okay, one of the Jain idol, and this Jain idol belongs to whom? Let's just go ahead and discuss the parameters here. So the first thing, okay, what is the concept here? There is a particular organization. Okay, the name of the organization that we need to mark is Kotha Telangana Charitra Brundam. Okay, so guys, please make it clear. There is an organization named as Kotha Telangana Charitra Brundam. Okay, it's a group, it's a particularly not government organization, non-governmental organization. It's a group of people, basically historians. Okay, so who are they? This is a team of historians. Okay, what is the name? Kotha Telangana Charitra Brundam. Okay, and what they have highlighted? They have highlighted that there is a particular idol, a statue of whom? Lord Mahavira, one of the Tirthankars in our Jainism, as we were discussing about Rishabhnatha, okay, the one who attained enlightenment at the Ashtapada, that is the Mount Meru, or that is the Mount Kailash. Okay, and one such name is here, that is now Lord Mahavira, right? So his 9 feet and 3.5 feet wide idol is standing there, okay, in the Kayotasarga, that is in a stiff posture, as you can see, a stiff posture, okay, who was belonging to the Digambar sect of the Jainism, right? Digambar sect, the one which was led by the another Jain monk, Bhadrabahu, right? Okay, so what we have got, okay, Lord Mahavira in a Kayotasarga posture. Kayotasarga as in attention, stiff posture, as you can see. Okay, so please guys, another term for you in the news. What do you mean by the term? Kayotasarga. Okay, what is this? The stiff posture. Okay, the stiff posture of a Jain monk. Okay, and this time it is who? It is Lord Mahavira. Okay, and the next thing. The sculpture represents the Digambar sect of Jainism and features an Ushnisha. Ushnisha, what is this? Cranial prostitution, okay, on the head, characteristics of the Tirthankara. Basically, okay, two things that we need to mark here. First one is the idol of Lord Mahavira, okay, standing in which posture? Standing in the Kayotasarga posture, that is a stiff attention, basically. Another one, that is what? Ushnisha. Ushnisha, what? Something referring to the Digambar sect of Jainism, okay. Basically representing a cranial posture, okay, cranial position as in something related to, divine, something related to the representation of the divinity or the piousness, okay. So Upanisha, one thing, and Kayotasarga, another thing, related to whom? Lord Mahavira, okay, a statue that is almost 9 feet of the height, 3.5 feet of the breadth, okay, found where? It is inside Telangana only, and which is facing a severe amount of threat, okay, because of the excess quarrying activity happening once again, this time Telangana, okay. So guys, the factors, okay, Lord Mahavira, Kayotasarga, Ushnisha, okay, and the statue is present where? Statue is present in the state of Telangana again. Next news, here we go. Northeastern region is the gateway to Southeast Asia, says S. Jaishankar. What we need to mark, what we need to understand. Where this statement has come from, okay. Sandesh, dear, what are you saying? I have no clue over this, dear. Well, this is what I'm hearing for the first time from you only. Okay. And literally, I do not have any answer over this. And I don't think so it's the correct news as well. Right? I doubt. Means like, what is the source of this information, first of all? Okay. So if you have got the proper source of the information, then if possible, you can share the source, or else it's okay. But I believe, I don't think so that's the correct news. Right? Okay. So coming to the point. Why our External Affairs Minister has given such a statement? What makes him, what compels him? So, it is a warning, basically, a threat to some of the ill-minded idiots. One such name is Muhammad Yunus, so-called caretaker of the Bangladesh government, right? So, here we have what he did. Muhammad Yunus, just 3 weeks back, he went to China to meet the Chinese Premier Xi Jinping, right? There, he stated that Northeast is a landlocked territory and could be utilized. How much insane or how much senile a person could be in his statements is the perfect representation in the name Muhammad Yunus. Northeast is landlocked? Dude, it's having Bay of Bengal in between. Where are you? Yep, the other regions could be, but the whole Northeast, it's not. Right? You talk about a particular territory, a particular state. And by the way, Mr. Yunus, who are you to talk about my Northeast? It belongs to me, that is India. Who gave you the authority to talk about my Northeast, claiming it to be a geographical phenomena? And apart from that, that too in my adversary state in China. No, you're not entitled to. And because of that one particular statement, you have made more difficulties in already downtrodden relations between India and Bangladesh, right? Now, what's the fact? Another thing. Because we knew that India-Bangladesh relations and Bangladesh-China relations, they are on to the next stage now, okay? And Bangladesh could utilize, okay, its vicinity in our Northeast to disturb Northeast, specifically the Sikkim and the Northeast corridor, the Chicken Neck corridor, what we have. So for that, we have made our stance very clear that the transshipment corridor, okay, present into the Bay of Bengal region of us, that is India, Bangladesh has been debarred from using any such ports into the Bay of Bengal region. Specifically, it is the outcome or the aftermath of the statement from the so-called Bangladeshi caretaker Muhammad Yunus. And now, our External Affairs Minister has issued another soft warning. Okay, a soft warning as in he hasn't, just stated any name. He never took any name on Bangladesh or China or something like that. He just provided the features that the Northeast India, okay, is the gateway to Southeast Asia. In case you remember, in case you forget, it's not landlocked, right? Okay. Yeah. Dear Aditya, I keep only those news there which are relevant to UPSC CSE. Okay, so if there is any news that is related to the business, okay, in context of the UPSC CSE, I must surely keep it. Okay. Yeah, good morning, dear. Sir, मेरा एक request है. Okay, fine. I'll just paste my Telegram link over my Instagram. Done. Fine. Okay. So, coming to the news here. So what Mr. Minister, External Affairs Minister, okay, one of the names very respected as Jaishankar, has mentioned here the two names that we need to understand. Okay, the two features actually that he has mentioned. The first one is the Purvodaya scheme. Okay, he has highlighted the Purvodaya scheme. And second one which has highlighted is the Kaladan Multimodal Transit Project. Okay, transit or transport project. Okay, so the two things that we need to focus here from the statement from our Jaishankar, okay, Jaishankar sir, that is External Affairs Minister. Okay, what are they? So first one is the Purvodaya scheme and the second one is the Kaladan Multimodal Transport Project. Okay, so we need to just discuss these two things here, not much of them. Okay, here we go. So the first one, that is Purvodaya scheme. It was for the first time narrated by the Prime Minister of India in the year 2015. But it came into existence only in the year 2024 with the presentation of the Union Budget by the Finance Minister. So with this Purvodaya scheme, we are dealing not with exactly the Northeast, but with some of the eastern states that shall be boosted with tourism as well as the industrial growth. Okay, so Purvodaya scheme is basically focusing on five industrial states, or sorry, five eastern states for the sake of two things. Firstly, boosting their tourism as well as their industrial growth. Okay, so what are these eastern states? Odisha, Bihar, West Bengal, Jharkhand, and Andhra Pradesh. Andhra Pradesh, as in you might be thinking, oh sir, it is into the south, na? South, but it is southeast. Okay, at the eastern Ghats. Okay, near the Bay of Bengal region we have. Okay, that's talking about the Godavari River as well as the False DV Point. Right, okay. So, five eastern states, not northeastern exactly, eastern. What are these five eastern states? Okay, Odisha, Bihar, West Bengal, Jharkhand, and Andhra Pradesh. Okay, so Purvodaya, Purav, okay, as in Hindi, Purav, it is referred to east. Okay, so from there, Purvodaya plan or the Purvodaya scheme has been formulated, represented in the year 2024. But for the first time, it was mentioned in the year 2015. Okay, basically focusing where? Focusing growth, development of industries as well as tourism. Okay, so basically holistic development of the five eastern states that are having good potential to grow. Okay, so with this, okay, next thing, Kaladan Multimodal Transit Project. Okay, that is KMTTP. What is this? So it was conceived in the year 2008 jointly by India and Myanmar. Okay, so where it is? Between India and Myanmar, first thing. Second, aimed at connecting the port of Kolkata, that is in India, West Bengal, with the port of Sitwe, that is in Rakhine or Arakan state of Myanmar. Okay, then which should then be connected to Mizoram by road and the Kaladan River, which flows by Paletwa. And then last, the project is be entirely funded by India and the Inland Waterways Authority of India and has been appointed as project development consultant. Okay, so remember one thing, guys. Kaladan Multimodal Transit Transport Project. Okay, it is between India and Myanmar, connecting the ports of Kolkata, that is in the West Bengal, to the Rakhine state or the Sitwe region of Myanmar. Though it is connecting two distinct locations or two different countries, but the funding, the money, okay, used for the project is coming from only one source, that is India. Myanmar is not contributing any single penny into this, what we call it as KMTTP. Okay, all the money, it is being utilized or being funded by India only. So as you can see here, okay, Myanmar, India. Okay, we are crossing Bay of Bengal region and actually bypassing Bangladesh. So in India, we have got the Kolkata region. From here, directly 539 kilometers of the route to the Sitwe region in Myanmar. Okay, so this is what the Kaladan Multimodal Transit Transport Project, KMTTP. Okay, connecting what? Kolkata, India, West Bengal to Sitwe, that is Rakhine State, Myanmar. Okay, so this is what? Kaladan Multimodal Transit Transport Project. Now, multimodal as in what? It is connecting three: sea, river, and road. Okay, guys, remember sea, river, and road. So two riverways, two waterways, and one roadways. So where it is? So sea route from Kolkata to Sitwe. River route from Sitwe to Paletwa via the Kaladan River. Okay, and the road route, okay, that is Paletwa to Indo-Myanmar border and further into Mizoram. So road will be crossing another state of the India, that is Mizoram. River, that is on the Kaladan River, and sea, that is from Kolkata to Sitwe. So Kaladan Multimodal Project, okay, it is having three different connectivities, two from the waterways, that is sea and the river. Sea, obviously, the Bay of Bengal region, what we are talking about, and apart from that, the river, that will be the Kaladan River, and we talk about road, so it will be India, okay, Paletwa, crossing Mizoram, and then entering the Myanmar region. Right, so this is what? Kaladan Multimodal Transport Transit Project. Okay. Yep. So we move on to the next news for the day. After 21 years of detailed study, scientists, they have found a frog. And the scientists, they were working, actually the zoologists, they were working inside the Arya Vidyapeeth College of Guwahati. So in the honor of the Arya Vidyapeeth College of Guwahati, a particular species found by the zoologist or the professors of the same college, the name of this frog has been given. Okay, so what is the whole news? What is the whole scenario? So here we go. A new frog species has been discovered, okay, in Assam's Garbhanga Reserve Forest. Garbhanga Reserve Forest, guys. It's not Darbhanga. You might have, if you are someone from the Bihar region or something like that, okay, you might be aware with the name Darbhanga. Okay, Darbhanga is the place in Bihar, the city in Bihar, right? But we have got another name very similar in pronunciation, that is Garbhanga. Okay, so what we have got? Garbhanga. Garbhanga is where? It is in Assam. Okay, into the areas of Guwahati city. Okay, and there we have got a forest, a reserve forest basically. What is the name? Garbhanga Reserve Forest. So researchers, what they have done, they have discovered a particular species that is related to the family Leptobrachium. Okay, Leptobrachium, and it has been for the first time found in India, in Guwahati, in Assam. Okay, so with regard to the honor of the college, Arya Vidyapeeth, they have named it as Aryatium. Okay, so what is the context here? Leptobrachium aryatium. So Leptobrachium, okay, it is a frog species that is found in Southeast Asia along with the states of Bangladesh and Myanmar. So in Bangladesh, it is considered as Leptobrachium silhete in the name of the city Sylhet. And in Bangladesh, in Myanmar, it is named as Leptobrachium rakhinse. Rakhinse as in with regard to the city of Rakhine or the state of Rakhine basically. Okay, so in India, what we have considered it? In India, we have considered it Leptobrachium aryatium. Okay, so this is what? In the honor of the Arya Vidyapeeth College, okay, of Assam. Now, next thing. In a particular magazine, in a particular journal, okay, related to the taxonomy of the animal, based in New Zealand, it was published. What is the name of the journal? So name of the journal is very important to remember. Okay, so it is named as Zootaxa. Okay, Zootaxa, where it is New Zealand. Okay, so in the magazine Zootaxa, okay, of New Zealand, the Leptobrachium aryatium was published. Okay, and the next thing that we need to understand, it is, okay, having homeland. It is, okay, indigenous to the regions of Assam as well as the northeast, basically what we can call. But it is also found in the areas of Southeast Asia, including Myanmar and Bangladesh. Okay, so it's basically nocturnal. Okay, that is mostly active during the night time. So what is this particular Leptobrachium for frog? Okay, it is nocturnal in nature, that is mostly active during the night time and not the daytime. Okay, where it has been published? Zootaxa. Zootaxa as in the taxonomy, animal taxonomy, a journal based in New Zealand. Okay, published in New Zealand. So next thing, we talk about the Garbhanga Forest Reserve. So where it is near the vicinity or the adjoining areas of the Guwahati city. Okay, and apart from that, it is also bordering the another beautiful state. What we have got, Meghalaya. Okay, so it is actually at the border areas of Assam, Meghalaya. Okay, that is the name Garbhanga, as you can see. Okay, the exact location. This is what Garbhanga Forest Reserve, and exactly this is Meghalaya. Okay, so upper side, that is towards the northern side, we have got the state of Assam, and towards the southern part, okay, exactly near the borders, we have got the Meghalaya state as well. Okay, so Garbhanga Forest Reserve, okay, where Assam, bordering which state? Meghalaya. Okay, and apart from that, one of the most important thing, it is paradise to the bird watchers. Okay, and apart from that, it is having 219 species of the birds, and the most striking feature or the biggest highlight of the forest reserve is the presence of the great slaty woodpecker. Okay, when you talk about the Garbhanga Forest Reserve, we have got the great slaty woodpecker present there, where into the Garbhanga Forest Reserve, Assam, bordering the state of Meghalaya. Okay, where we have recently found what? The Leptobrachium aryatium. Okay, that is a frog species. So talking about presently the great slaty woodpecker. It is world's largest woodpecker, first thing, with around 51 centimeter of the height. Okay, and if it is a male woodpecker, so there would be some orangey patches near the neck, that is the throat, and the cheek, okay, of the bird. So what is this concept? Okay, great slaty woodpecker. Slaty as in coming from the color, slaty color, bit grayish color, not bit, actually the grayish color. Okay, so from there the name, great slaty woodpecker. It is the longest or the largest woodpecker basically, with 51 centimeter of the height. Okay, that is the size. Okay, and yes, in case the woodpecker is male, then the male woodpecker only, not the female, would be having some orangey patches where near the throat and the cheeks. Okay, that's it. So next, Trump orders tariff probe on critical minerals import. आगे line पे. Best example that when you take decisions out of nowhere based on no diplomatic and administrative purposes, just out of your senile mindset again, okay, then you will be bound to be criticized. You will be a big subject of criticism. And this is what is happening with Donald Trump. People not outside America, people within America only, they are revolting against Trump. तुमको वोट देकर प्रेसिडेंट बनाया, अभी तुम क्या नाटक करता? We voted you, and we voted for you, and we made you the president. And now what drama you are creating? You are just trying to just destruct the American economy along with the others. This is what people, they themselves are stating from America, right? Those who have voted for Trump, well, correlatable, right? So now what an American president, Mr. POTUS, president of the United States of America, has stated that I am considering my tariff plans. Where the hell is your Liberation Day, man? What happened to your 2nd April Liberation Day? You were calling it, right? What happened now? And now you're considering what? Considering the imports on the tariffs of the critical minerals, including the rare earth minerals. Now you realize, like lithium, nickel, cobalt, how much important they are and how much import you are taking, okay, from the different countries. And if you are going to impose tariffs over those countries will stop their export, right? That means your import will be reduced. That means your production will be compromised. That means ultimately your economy will be there into the center of the question, and ultimately you will fall into the trap of, could be the World Bank, IMF, or even China, ultimately leading to the end of the American hegemony globally, right? This is what the factor. Yeah, Mr. Trump. So now you have realized your folly, right? This is what basically the genuine case of idiotic activity, right? So Trump orders what? Tariff probe on the critical mineral imports. Now, okay, what is this critical mineral, first of all? The answer I need. What is this critical mineral? So critical minerals are those, it is a particular tag or an umbrella term used for those minerals that are essential for economic development and national security, right? So any group of mineral or minerals, okay, if they are considered important for the economic development of a nation as well as its security, then okay, ultimately that will be considered as the critical mineral. Okay, so for example, they include graphite, lithium, cobalt, titanium, and other rare earth minerals, rare earth elements. Specifically lithium, you need it now. Green energy, इलेक्ट्रिक व्हीकल्स, टेस्ला किधर जाएगा, है ना? एलॉन मस्क तो भूखा मर जाएगा, लिथियम नहीं मिला तो एलॉन मस्क विल डाई starving if he doesn't get lithium, right? So lithium, graphite, cobalt, titanium, and other rare earth elements, you need it. Okay, then these are the essential for the advancements of what? Advancement of many sectors, including high-tech electronics, telecommunications, transport, and defense. America's economy is based on these particular things only. High-tech electronics. Where? How will you construct your iPhones? What will Apple company do? What will Microsoft do? What will other Tesla, the Elon Musk companies do? What will all the companies do in America if you are going to impose tariffs on the import of the critical minerals? What will your defense sector do? Oh my God, how will you create that F-35 that you are trying to sell to India? From where? Okay, it happens. Next, Palestinians displaced by Israeli raids on West Bank within few shelters. Okay, left with few shelters. A topic that we wish we couldn't be we wouldn't be discussing, but we are. Another mark, another dirt mark on the image on the life of humanity that lies with no support from anyone. It's the location West Bank. West Bank that has been, into the mid of very much tussles between Israel and Jordan and many other locations as well. But the problem is not just the territory. Problem is the people's life, their rights and everything, for which no one has come to the rescue so far. And this time it's the location, West Bank. No, it's not the name of the bank. Okay, West Bank of this country, West Bank of that country, Central Bank. No, nothing like that. It's West Bank. It is the name of the location. Okay, and where it is located, what is the features of this West Bank? So here you can see West Bank sandwiched between what? The country of Jordan and Israel. Okay, so this is what you are watching is the area of West Bank, exactly suppressed between two powers, Israel and Jordan, also having the parts of Dead Sea with itself. Okay, where the name West Bank. So the features. West Bank is a landlocked territory in West Asia, and further, it also contains a significant section of the Western Dead Sea. So guys, remember, West Bank also comprises, okay, parts of the Dead Sea, western part of the Dead Sea specifically. Okay, it was captured by Jordan during the Arab-Israeli War in 1948, right? Initially, okay, it belonged to Israel, but captured by Jordan during the Arab-Israeli War of 1948. But Israel snatched it back during the Six-Day War of 1967. So within next 19 years, what we can say, okay, Israel fought another battle with Jordan specifically. It is termed not just Jordan, but other powers as well. Okay, Jordan and alliance, okay, including some powers from the Middle East, okay, UAE and so on. So Jordan say West Bank वापस snatch किया किसने? Israel ने. So Israel snatched Jordan from whom? Oh, sorry, snatched West Bank from whom? Jordan. During which year? Which time period? 1967, termed as the Six-Day War. Okay. And since then, it is part of whom? It is part of Israel. So the West Bank is sandwiched between whom? Israel and Jordan. Initially, who had it? Israel. Who captured it? Jordan in the year 1948, Arab-Israeli War. Regained by Israel 1967 during the Six-Day War. Okay. So guys, this brings us to the end of the session here. Thank you so much for joining. And yes, I see people. Good morning. And you guys are quite late, my dear brothers and sisters. I request you all to please be on time, okay, so that you can have all the live interaction. Okay. Dear Geeta, Tamil Nadu is there from the eastern to the western both, okay, but specifically it is exactly to the southern tip, okay, so has nothing to do with the Purvodaya thing, okay. But for Tamil Nadu, we have got a distinct, to answer your question, we have got a distinct place, a distinct scheme, okay, that is not specifically for Tamil Nadu, but Tamil Nadu is the center of the scheme that is known as Sagarmala, okay. So Sagarmala as well as the scheme Sagar, okay, the project Sagar or the operation Sagar, what we can see, the security and growth for all in the region. Tamil Nadu is the center or the hub or the arc of the particular Sagar Mala, okay, and apart from that, the Sagar operation or the Sagar program of the central government, right? So, and apart from that, yes, it is exactly to the southern tip, and so that is why it is not inducted into the Purvodaya scheme, right? Got it? Okay, guys, so I just request you guys to be on time, okay? 9 a.m. at sharp 9 a.m. we do start the class, okay? So I request you guys to be there, okay, on time so that we can have the proper interaction as well. And yeah, today, 12 p.m. Remember, mark the time. Just in next 2 hours, we are going to have a marathon class for Indian polity that shall include the static as well as the current portions. So guys, please be there on time. What is the time? 12 p.m. sharp, okay, on the very same channel, and connect with me over the Telegram or Instagram anywhere so that I can share all of the classes links with you guys. So on Telegram, it will be study_with_Praveen, okay, and on Instagram, the username is Praveen Mishra _2107. Right, so wherever you wish to connect, you are okay having those two particular handles. So wherever you want, you can connect. And yes, please do not forget to subscribe to our StudyIQ English channel, made with just one single purpose: to provide you with the best quality and quantity of the content required to crack the UPSC CSE, that is Civil Services Examination. Okay, guys. So thank you so much for watching. Have a nice day. See you all sharp at 12 p.m. now. Bye bye. Take care. Jai Hind. Jai Bharat.